just for giggles. See if it wide open throttle if it doesn't excite. So let's kill the engine. Okay, kill the engine, and our idiot light charge light comes back on, which is normal. Now let's restart it. Hey! Look at that, it went out right away. Self-exciting now. How do you like them apples? So maybe the reason why they didn't want to do it at first was my battery may have been too low. I don't know, but... Oh, wait a minute. The light went out, but it's not charging. Or is it? Well, my ammeter's not going up now, though. No, not working. Huh. So now the charge light is out and it's not charging. Oh, look at that. Now the light's not coming back on even though I shut it off. That's not good. Did I just blow something in the alternator again? Wow. All right, let's see. Oh, hey, Steve, you know what? You didn't have the key in the on position. Duh. All right, let's try that again. All right, now we're going to see if it'll... Well, nope. But I bet you if I do this trick again, it'll work. This time, instead of watching the light, I'm going to watch the ammeter. There you go. And you can see I took the connection off. So I only have to pulse it momentarily, and it starts. So, I wonder what I'll do. Got a momentary contact button right here. It's supposed to be for the horn. It's fed through this fuse, but they just checked it's not blown. I stripped this wire, put it right on 12 volt, and press the button, and I'm not getting any horn. That's interesting. I wanted to take this wire cap off to hook up this 12 volt feed to the horn circuit to here, and I disconnected the 12 volt sensing line to the alternator momentarily when I did that, and the alternator stopped exciting. So I guess kind of makes sense, because doing that basically is telling the alternator that its services are no longer required, so it cuts out. But when I reconnected it, I actually expected it to cut back in by itself, but that was just wishful thinking. So I'm back to the problem that it has stopped charging, and I'm back to the old, if I want to get that to work, I've got to manually excite it. I gotta take the wire cap off. Oh, it worked again. It's charging again. So, alright, so now, I wonder why my horn isn't working. So this is just the wire that goes down to the horn. Let's see if I'm pretty sure it's connected. All it is a spade terminal here on the back of the horn, and then the horn's grounded. So So it could be a bad switch, could be a bad horn, could be a bad ground for the horn. Let's you can't measure. I don't know, I'm not positive if I'm getting a good connection there, unfortunately. I gotta put the meter down so I can hold this wire on here and press the horn button. Nah, I didn't get anything, so that push button switch is probably bad. Wouldn't be surprised, it's probably had quite a few years of water and melting snow getting down into it. But if it's just the switch, you should be able to jump it out and make the horn blow. I just tried jumping it out. I'm feeding 12 volts right up to the side that goes to the horn. No dice, so connection. Guess the horn's bad too. Oh well. I think I'm gonna mount a push button switch like this one in the dash, and I don't know, I'll take another look. I'll pull that horn out and take a look at it and see if it's just a bad connection. It could still be a bad ground where that bracket mounts to the frame there, but if the horn's junk, I'll throw the horn out, get another push button switch like this one, mount it in this spot, and change this into the button that's gonna excite my alternator for me. Also rusted onto the bottom, I couldn't get it to unscrew. Just pulled it out from the bottom. Got all the corrosion in there. So it's no wonder why that's not gonna work. Oh, that wire's a mess too. Look at that. Instead of taking the switch out, they just spliced on like an inch down from the old wiring. Yeah, it's a train wreck. Nuts corroded on the bottom there that holds this in place, but as luck would have it, well, it almost fits through that hole. What I was about to say is, as luck would have it, I could just put a hex wrench in there to hold that, and put a socket on this big nut on the bottom and just twist it out. And if it snaps, who cares? Well, I just placed an order online for a new voltage regulator. Found the voltage regulator on eBay for a 10 SI Delco Remy alternator, which will fit in this alternator. And the seller describes it as a self-exciting one-wire alternator regulator. So it's going to fit in here, and I could actually end up converting this to a one-wire alternator with that regulator. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the wiring the way it is, and hopefully I'm going to still get my use of my idiot light on the dashboard that way, and also have voltage sensing, remote voltage sensing, which will help if I put loads on it like lights and stuff like that. So that's what I decided I'm going to do. $10 with shipping. I mean, figure for that, take a chance, see if it works. So in the meantime, when I run this, I'll just temporarily jump the wire to get the starter, the alternator charging. And now I want to turn my attention to the backhoe. For the time being, just tightening this big massive nut on this cylinder seems like it's all that I needed to do to this cylinder. I won't know until I actually start using it whether or not this one's still going to leak. What I do know is that this one is leaking badly. This is the bucket one. So this one's definitely going to have some work done to it. But the easiest way for me to work on this is to extend the whole backhoe arm out. And actually, I'm thinking what I'd like to do is probably take the backhoe unit off the tractor while I'm working on it, so I can continue to use the loader around here and not be driving around with the backhoe arm swinging if I've got that cylinder disconnected. So that all gets back to needing to fix this control setup. So what I started to say was, a while back when I had this thing in the woods and I was trying to get the backhoe attached, I had a mishap and ended up damaging these control arms. I snapped, I think, 3 out of the 6 off, and bent the crossbar that they ride on right here. So first thing I want to do is see if I can't straighten that rod out.